Hi, my name is Ebere Thelma, and this is the 12th day of the 30 days consistency video challenge. Welcome and thank you for joining me again today. I'm so excited as usual to have you hang out with me on my channel. And today we are going to be going into the book of Ruth. Ruth is one of my favorite Bible personalities. Okay, so for the next 4 days we're talking about Ruth, the book of Ruth. But right in the book of Ruth, there's someone that I really want us to give attention to, and that's Naomi. So today we are studying the first chapter of the book of Ruth, and let's dive right into the discussion. There was a man called Elimelech. Okay, this man was from Bethlehem in Judah, an Israelite, and he was married to Naomi. They had 2 sons, and they were from Bethlehem in Judah. But then a famine broke out, right? So they moved from Judah to Moab. So he took his family to Moab to be able to fend for them. So when they got there, they had their sons, and then the sons grew and got married to Moabites, like 2 women from Moab. All right, so after some years, her husband died, Elimelech died, and then after a few more years, her sons died, and they had stayed in Moab for about 10 years. All right, so after a while, they got to learn that the famine was over. God had shown mercy to his people, and so Naomi and her daughters-in-law prepared to return to Bethlehem. But while they were on their way, Naomi turned and told them, "See, it's better you could just go back to your mother's house. I mean, there's no need now. They don't need following me. Just return back, and then hopefully God will show you mercy, and you find good men who will remarry you." Okay, they insisted, she persisted, and then Orpah bid her goodbye and left. All right, but Ruth remained with her. So she kept telling Ruth, "See, you're not even as pained as I am. I lost my husband. I've lost 2 sons. All right, I don't want you to come and join me in this pitiable solution. You're still young. Okay, you can still get married, and even if you follow me now, there's no way I'm going to have kids. Even if I have more sons, will you wait for them to grow up before you get married to them? So it's better you just return to your parents' house, and hopefully God will show you mercy." Again, Ruth said, lie. There's nothing you can do to convince me to leave you. See, wherever you go is where I will go. Where you live is where I will live. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. Where you die is where I will die. Where they bury you is where they will bury me. I say, may God punish me if it's not death that separates me from you. I mean, Ruth looked at her and she saw that this one's mind is made up. So while I was reading this thing, it just really got me thinking. Of course, Ruth is loyal, right, and has all those beautiful qualities, but something kept telling me that there has to be something about Naomi. There has to be something about that woman that made Ruth to insist. This is beyond being loyal and maybe just loving your in-laws, and check it out now. Even Orpah didn't want to leave at first until Naomi convinced her to go. "See, there's nothing for you here." And then she wept and left. There's definitely something about Naomi. In fact, they said when they got into Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of the both of them. Like, they knew that somebody came back. The whole town felt the impact that somebody came back to town. And they were now like, is that not Naomi? Everybody was like, all the women were like, is that not Naomi? I mean, that really got me thinking. There's definitely something about Naomi. There's something about that woman. Okay, so we are still in chapter 1. We'll still get to learn everything about her later. But then, it got me thinking, how many people How many lives have I impacted to that extent? Ruth willingly gave up her God, the God of her people, and said, your God will be my God. Most times as Christians, we struggle with winning souls. We feel like, what will I do now? I've talked, there's nothing I can do. Of course, I know it's in the place of the Holy Spirit to touch the heart of men, but even the Bible says that by our good works, people will see our good works and glorify our Father who is in heaven. So it just really got me thinking, how many people have seen me, the way I behave, or the way I treated them, or the way I treated somebody else that is not even related to them, and they are like, I just really want to be in the same space with this girl. How many people have said the same thing because of you as well? Today's discussion is basically it's more of a call for retrospection and introspection. Okay, you live with people, you have neighbors, you come in contact with people in the public every day. How do they feel when they leave you? Okay, let's forget about people assuming things and how you behave towards people, whether it's a good day for you or a bad day. When they get back home, do they go back to think about where they are coming from, and then they are putting their hand on their chest and having regrets? Or do they go back home asking questions like, so there are still people like this in this life? Make we know they shame God. Christianity is not that hard. It's not. So that actually marks the end of our gist for today. I'll see you again tomorrow for the day 13 video. And until then, remember, try as much as you can to make someone to want to follow you to the ends of the earth, to want to serve the God you serve. It's not that hard. Just be kind. Okay, just be Naomi. See you tomorrow.